But genuinely, he was looking at me, he was like panicking of what to do.
Yeah,
you
would.
thought he was going to vault it over.
Roughly how far was the drop down?
It was about 20 feet.
Fucking hell.
20 foot. Turns out I got to the bottom of the hill, got quite tired, so I've stopped.
Yeah.
Sat on the bridge and then fell over the back of it.
Just literally lost your balance and
so
went back.
I was sitting here now, I've just gone to sit on it, and I think, obviously because I'm sober, I can't remember it sober.
Of course, yeah.
One mistake on a night out with the family is
people
that he's fucked that all up.
People don't realise, you know, the people who are watching the Olympic, Paralympic Games, whatever, they see that, I don't know, whether it's the 9-second sprint or the 2-hour tennis match, and they see that, and that's like...
Sat at home going, oh, I could have been there. I might have been there. Like, and I'm gonna try.
You'd be that granddad, wouldn't you? Oh well, I was this.
I made it in professional, but I rolled my ankle.
I was going to be a professional footballer, but it hurt me knee. But that's such an athlete's mentality that you know you're cutting years off your life, but it's worth it for that W, isn't it? It
would be, but I do it and then take the fucking loss anyway. So I'm like, what the fuck?
So you could have landed in the water.
Yeah, and I was probably about 2-3 meters away from this water.
Wow. Yeah, he took my sticks off me. I have never felt so unstable. I bet he gives good cuddles. Yeah. That judo grip. Fucking I'd love a cuddle off you.
There's
the start of the episode. How you doing, guys? Welcome to the episode of the Unstable podcast with me, Ricky Balshaw, and we're joined today with former Team GB Judo member, although you're still training and competing.
Still going.
Eric Ham, hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Loads of people watching this, applauding now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's cool. We were having a bit of a chat before we started. So just tell them sort of a brief overview of your career until the day, let's call it.
The day.
Yeah. So what were you doing and what are you up to?
So GB Judo.
Sorry, I'm going to stop you there because you're shaking his head at me because I just touched the mic and moved it, and the sound will have gone. So sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. You start now
from the top.
No, I mean, we're going to we'll broadcast all of this. Like, it's not going to be cut out. But yeah, sorry about it. Start again.
I always broadcast his mistakes.
Yeah,
it just makes him look more special.
Yeah.
Sympathy view.
Exactly, mate. I'll take a sympathy view.
Any view.
Any view. If they're watching, I'm performing. Do you know what I mean?
Love it. But I started judo when I was 4. And then just pretty much carried on, loved it ever since. And then moved to Birmingham when I was 16, left family there, started training full time. Yeah. And then I've literally been here ever since. So cool. 12 years now I've trained full time. Just chasing a dream, basically. Yeah,
I get it. I completely get it. So started training at the age of 4. At what age were you sort of spotted, or how did that come about that you were put on Team GB, or how did that sort of come for you? Because for me, I won a raffle, so I always it's true. So I always like hearing other people's stories, how they got noticed and stuff.
Pretty much ever since I started, I think people have just gone, oh, like, you were made for this. Like, the talent I showed, even just natural talent, before I even started training full time or training, just I was instantly just drawn to judo. I could just do it.
Okay.
And then growing up through all the age bands, I'd be top 1 and 2, just winning everything.
So judo up until what age is done on is it age and weight, or just
it's all weight?
What? It's all weight. Okay.
And then there's just different age brackets.
So 30 kilos, 8 and below, or I don't know if that's an accurate number, but that sort of thing.
But so they'll have like under 8s and then under 12s, under 15s.
Yeah.
And then each one will just get bigger and bigger, the weight category.
Okay.
Like 30s for the little ones, and then 55 kilos. Yeah. It'll go up in like 3 or 4 kilo increments.
So I was 55 kilos and I was competing. We had to be 10% of our horse's body weight, and he was 550. So I had to maintain 55 kilos. And I'm only a small dude, but that was hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, you're not fucking 55 kilos.
No. Well, I was at some point, but not.
Yeah, probably when you were 10. Yeah.
No, I was tiny. When I was like 14, 15, 16, I was like, and there's a lot of weight cutting in judo.
Yeah.
And I'll hold my hands up, I did it for far too long, and it's not ideal.
See, my understanding of like a weight cut there's weight loss and there's weight cutting. So my uncle's a boxer and I'm a big UFC fan or MMA fan. So the weight cut is when you dehydrate yourself to make weight, and then obviously weight loss is losing actual weight. And you did a weight cut, did you? You were losing liquid.
Yeah, so it was from when I was, I'm not going to say how old I was, but too young to be doing weight cuts.
Because that's so bad for you.
It is so bad, yeah. I feel probably fucked up now, but I feel all right.
Yeah.
But
mate, you're going to get to 40 and just die. Yeah.
Maybe.
So what? As a 12-year-old kid, you were weight cutting?
I don't know exactly, but
maybe okay. Say the word.
But I just like you're just chasing the medals, chasing the wins, and you always think the weight category above is too big, so you just stay in that category as long as you can. Yeah. I remember I'd be 55s cutting for that, and then I just flew through the weights. I think I was 66s within a month.
And so
Jesus Christ,
that's a lot.
Like that's like probably growth spurt. Obviously, it was the time of like puberty and all that.
Yeah. My son's 16 now, and he's been going to the gym since he was about 14. I've been taking him with me to do over 14s at David Lloyd, but
that's not sponsored.
No, it's not.
Other gym
no. David Lloyd's shit.
Unless they want to sponsor the podcast, and then fucking great.
Best gym in the
world. They're great.
But he keeps doing all this like bulking or like and I'm like, you don't need to. Your metabolism is
still
the best it's ever gonna be now. So just eat whatever the fuck you want. Stop and he takes like 4 protein shakes a day.
It's like gym bro science in it.
And I'm like, why are you?
Some of you seeing on TikTok.
I'm like, you could get your protein from McDonald's.
I
wish. Still burn it off.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could take my
he could turn them
McDonald's.
calories into pecs like that. He could just dog it down.
But he just doesn't. He doesn't listen to me at all. He just because
you don't know that.
Is he in the house now? Let's get him to talk to this guy. He'll tell him.
He's at school now, but he won't listen to me about like how like he's got the best like version of himself. Like I tried to explain it to him like in 20 years you'll be wishing for the health that you'd give up everything.
Jimmy Carr said it on a recent interview, didn't he?
Yeah. He'd be wishing for like the health that he's got now in 20 years.
If you could, I think the way Jimmy said it is, if you could speak to yourself in 20 years' time and offer them the body that you've got now, you would snap it up.
Yeah, you give up everything.
Without,
that's what he says. You give up
everything up.
Because I would.
Yeah.
But he just won't like take it on board. But I'm telling him to like go to the gym and just do these trainings, this stuff. But then he watches stuff on social media like TikToks and stuff.
Watch an Andrew Tate video.
Yeah, but it's not aimed at him.
No, I know. Yeah.
It's stuff that's aimed at like middle-aged men that are
like Joe Rogan, who's aiming at 40, 50-year-old men. Have a bit of testosterone. You need to do all this shit. He doesn't need it yet.
Because he was saying he wanted to take that testosterone like stuff. I can't remember.
That's the worst thing he can do for his body now.
Like, don't do that. Because like that's like
just going to mess everything up. Yeah.
I see. I just started watching that SES Who Dares Wins that new season.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? Sick.
Is it Jack Thomas?
Yeah, Jack.
Two first names.
Call him Jack. Yeah,
that's all I know. Two first names is his name. But he showed him that video. He had started taking tests. And,
it messed him up, didn't it?
Yeah, he had liver failure, nearly died.
Nearly died.
Show him that. Send him that TikTok.
He just didn't wake up or something, did he? Or went to bed.
He was saying it was weird. He was like his mum and dad would check on him every hour to see if he was dead.
That was it.
Imagine, I won't be able to sleep.
Yeah, the doctor said like he could literally go to sleep and not wake up. So his parents were coming in and like waking him up. So poor cunt was getting no sleep.
I'd be struggling. I won't be able to sleep anyway if I knew that's how I'm going to die. Like, you're not going to wake up. Like, I won't sleep then. Can't die, can you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just don't sleep. Yeah. I wonder how many. There's probably a thing like how many days or whatever you can go before no sleep will kill you.
It's like 4
you start
days.
hallucinating.
It's 4 days you start hallucinating.
Is it?
And then about 7 days you start to.
I mean, this is off 3 hours of sleep. So
look at this. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Mikey's only had 3 hours sleeping. He's not performing at optimum, but he's doing well.
That's because I have
a life.
A podcast host that makes me work so fucking hard that I never get any sleep. 3 hours is a lot for me.
I do.
Calling you out.
I know. Yeah. I know.
You're gonna have HR on your ass now.
He is HR. That's the problem. Yeah, he is HR. He's basically everything in this podcast except the presenter. Like he is the podcast. Anyway, we've digressed away. We started going off on a tangent. We're talking about weight cutting and stuff.
Yeah.
So you started at 4. You were weight cutting.
Not from 4.
No, not from 4. No, from the age of 6, you were weight cutting. But with judo, like when you get to your competition stuff, let's say pre-16, at what point do you weigh in? Because I know, like with the MMA and the boxing, they do it a few days prior because obviously fighting, taking head trauma,
a lot more.
They get a lot. Yeah. Do you weigh in on the day?
Yeah. So for a lot of them, especially at young ages, and like national competitions, you'll be weighing in 2 hours before.
So you would be fighting dehydrated?
Yeah.
Surely that's a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, it's risky, like the concussion risk, everything like that. That's why they don't promote it. They don't want you to do it, but it's still done.
What do you do? Do you just like weigh in and then like just down a gallon of water straight after?
Just like hide in a corner and
Like
if they see you running or sweating off these days, they'll pull you out of the competition.
Really?
Yeah. Good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it is good. Yeah, definitely. As someone who's done it, like.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see people too young doing it.
For me, like when I was going through all my sort of training and stuff, they gave us some example that a 1% dehydration is a 3% loss of performance. Yeah. So, I mean, you know your sport far better than I do, but I would imagine that if you're on weight, hydrated, you'd have an advantage over someone who's dehydrated, even though with the water they'd be slightly heavier because they wouldn't. I'm failing to understand the advantage.
It's an age-old argument, isn't it? Like,
yeah, because I get it with the boxing and stuff because you can, and the MMA because you've got a couple of days to put that water back on. So get as much off so you actually fight heavier. But if you're dehydrating to fight at that weight, you're dehydrated. I'd help me out here.
I think it's just so tricky. So if you think of it, so I would fight at 73 kilos, and I think a lot of the people that fight in that would also cut quite a few, some from like 80 kilos or something, or even more. But the next category above them is 81 kilos. So like, if they don't cut down, they're going to be fighting at 80, 81, fighting someone who's 90 kilos. So it's like...
Right, because they're making the cut.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to get at. Is it that much of an advantage? Like if you were to go in at your natural weight, say, let's say your natural weight fully hydrated was 88, and you were to fight someone who naturally would weigh, I don't know, say 92, but they've dehydrated down to 88. In my head and my understanding, I think you'd have the advantage because while, yes, they've got more muscle mass, because you're hydrated and your body's working at 100% and theirs is working at 70, your 100% of 88 kilos is going to be better than 78 of 91.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some of these people are fucking Georgians and Russians, mate. They're built different.
Oh yeah, but they're also taking different things in there.
Yeah. They'd snap me in
they
half
are built different for a reason.
I wouldn't dream of fighting a 90 kilo Georgian. Fuck that. No chance. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just so built into the culture these days of cutting weight, and it's the same with MMA that you could tell them to fight the weight class they do, but everyone cuts. So it's that
ingrained though into like the combat sports that it is
it's the norm.
I don't follow any combat sports that I even know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like I know about cutting and like dehydration and all that.
So normal.
It's just a culture.
Yeah, I mean, I do watch a lot of Joe Rogan's podcasts, especially when he has the fighters on, and he's talking about this type of stuff. And I think for MMA and boxing, I don't know about judo. I mean, do you get much head trauma in judo? I know there's a lot of throws and stuff.
Yeah, we do get quite a few head impacts because obviously we've got the strangles as well.
Yeah,
they link that to concussion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I don't typically agree with. No, because it's not an impact, but
because are they blood locks that you use, or are they?
Yeah, so like obviously you're losing your blood supply to your head, so you go unconscious.
Yeah.
So if you go unconscious, we can't train for 2 weeks. The same as if we smashed our head on the floor, which I think is a lot different.
I think hitting you.
There is quite a lot of concussions in judo.
Right.
I know a few from our team that have had it for a while.
Okay. Because like, what I was going to get at then, because I think it'd be safer and for the athletes if they were to, for argument's sake, weigh in an hour before the fight, and because of that, and with the IVs being banned by UK Sport or USADA, WADA, whatever, Do you know what would really help us grow? Is if you could subscribe to the channel and like the videos. It'll cost you nothing, and it really helps the podcast to grow. You wouldn't be able to hydrate quick enough, so they'd have to fight at their actual weight, and I think that'd be so much safer.
Or it'd be more unsafe because they'd still do it.
Well, that's the thing. Would they still do it to think they've got an advantage and then end up with more long-term injuries?
Yeah, because we weigh in the night before now at senior level, but then we have like a 5% random check. So in each category, there's 4 people get randomly drawn to weigh in within 5% of their category.
Oh, so that's good. I like that.
So it's kind of similar. So you don't know if you're going to get it. So you kind of have to.
You have to just in case.
Stay around just in case.
Well, it's like dope checks, isn't it? Yeah. You know, they'll always. I don't know about your sport, but they'll do the medal winners and then say 5 random from throughout the.
I think they'll do the gold medalist and then one of the other medalists at most events.
Right. Okay.
But like from me personally, like I cut more than 5%, so I have to limit my rehydration because that 5%'s there. So I am fighting dehydrated.
So you're fighting dehydrated.
But if it wasn't there, I could fly back up to the weight I was and I'd be in a better position. So it's like, yes, I shouldn't cut as much, but I'd also be safer if they didn't have it there because I'd be more rehydrated.
Because you'd be hydrated and
so
able to.
It's an argument both sides.
Do you dehydrate just partly because you look better as well?
I mean,
I do look a lot better. Well, to a limit. My missus says I look disgusting when I'm anyway. She hates it.
Yeah, I remember my uncle when he was making weight for middleweight. You could see all the sinews in his face and everything, and he'd be so ill.
Skull, it's just your skull.
I remember Conor McGregor when he fought Aldo. He just looked a shell of himself, and then on fight night he was a different man.
I wish I had as much time as they had. Give me 36 hours, I'll be.
Well, this is why I think they do it so many days before, because they know the fighters. Because in that sport, especially, because you've got obviously the kickboxing, you know, and the other martial arts, as well as the wrestling aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's so much of an advantage to have that weight over your competitor, and that's probably why they give them so much time to rehydrate, because they know they're going to do it.
So
at least make it safe.
Yeah.
So you know, your 155ers are probably fighting at about 170, 180.
That's crazy.
It's mad.
Really, if you think about it.
It's nuts.
The fluctuations that I've had throughout my life of weight loss, I know I'm taking years off my life.
Yeah.
Because I go up, I come down from crazy numbers. Like I cut quite a lot, and even when I got injured, I went up to like 93 kilos.
But that's such an athlete's mentality that you know you're cutting years off your life, but it's worth it for that W. Yeah. Isn't it? It
would be, but I do it and then take the fucking loss anyway. So I'm like, what's the point?
I do it, fight a Georgian and fucking lose.
And then do it all again the weekend after.
Yeah.
Mental illness, I think.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you, mate. There's something fucking wrong.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, I am joking.
It's just like knowing your body that well that you know how to cut and like how to reduce it is like something like it's massive, because like when I train, I know I don't look like I train, but I do train. I've got a very particular diet, but it's just been Christmas, so I'm like I'm off. Exactly.
Yeah.
But when I'm training, I struggle to get my calories in, because I'm like very much like I have a very particular diet where it's like chicken, broccoli, and all that and crap, and I'm just like I count everything.
Bro science.
Yeah, exactly. But I struggle to get up to, because of my height and how heavy I am.
Quite a lot of calories. Huh?
Yeah, I need like 2,200 calories a day.
At least.
At least.
Yeah, minimum.
But that's on a cut. Yeah. So if I want a good like body, like, I don't want to go into starvation mode, which is where I always end up when I'm trying to like do anything healthy. But it's just like I'm at 2,800 when I'm doing good.
When I was training, it was so hard to maintain weight. My disability, I burn like 3 times. I use 3 times the energy as an able-bodied person. So I had to try and maintain 55 kilos. I was having 5-6 meals a day plus protein shakes. I just couldn't.
That's crazy. For 55 kilos.
Oh, nuts!
That's insane.
Yeah. But I was riding every day. I was at the gym 4 times a week, and I just couldn't keep the weight on.
Yeah. My goal this year is to get under 100.
Just speak to him, mate. You'll do it in a day, dehydrating.
Everyone's like that. They're like, when they see the weight cut I do, they're like, "Oh, can you help me out?" And I'm like, "You do not want to do.
You don't want to do a weight cut.
Do not, like, they see it and they see the image and they're like, "Oh, this is mint. This is what I want."
Don't,
and I'm like,
don't do weight cutting if you're at Slimming World, guys. Don't
just don't drink for fucking 2 days. Like, done it, and then you just go back up.
It's mad, because like I'll speak to people in the gym and I'll be like chatting to them and I'm like, yeah, but how do I lose this part and how do I do it? And they're like, I just don't drink anything for a few days. And I'm like, no. I need water.
Right. Sorry, we keep digressing. I do want to chat to you. So when you went
you've
senior,
got another 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's we keep digressing. So when did you start senior competition in your sport in judo? 16.
No, so like his junior is under 21.
Yeah.
And then seniors is 21 and over.
Okay.
Well, obviously, you'd still dabble in seniors as a junior.
Yeah, of course.
To get that transition in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you got to, were you on the Olympic team, training team, Team GB?
Yeah, I was on the funded GB, like Olympic hopeful program.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I do miss that UK sport funding.
Mate, no.
No.
It's diabolical. Like, hardly expect anyone to live off what they're giving you. I mean, you might be on a lot more than what we was,
I was on a livable wage then.
Oh, mate, I've been on, I think it was $8,000 for like a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've not had any massive results anywhere near what you would have had anyway. Yeah. So, like, if you are getting world Olympic medals, it is quite cushy.
It's good and it's all tax free.
Yeah,
it's
with that $8,000 though. Do they give you access to facilities, or do you have to?
Yeah, you get everything with it. All the support, okay. You get the facilities, physio, S&C, all that sort of stuff.
To pay
no, and you get your competition
pint. I was gonna say because that's not a lot of money.
No, but even still, like you expect to move out and rent. Like, there's no way I'd be able to do this sport without the support I've got, like family wise and everything. Yeah, everybody needs to get something external.
Oh, I've said this, like if I was to get into my sport now, I'd never financially be able to get to a point where I was even funded by UK sport, just because the expense, it would just be too much for me.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
You have to buy a horse for your sport though.
Yeah, and it's not just that, that's the cheapest part of it, it's keeping the fucking thing. You know, I struggled to feed myself on 55 kilos. My horse was 550 kilos. Imagine what I was spending on food for him. Do you know what I mean?
The horses have to have diets, like proper diets.
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about a horse's diet.
The horses are really, really sensitive to the food they're given.
Oh, really?
Like overly sensitive, like any sugars or anything like that, it can really affect their behaviour and their energy levels. Like, the diet is massive on a horse.
So next time you're cutting, just remember
of a horse.
Yeah.
I
could be a horse.
Could be a horse. Yeah, just think how much you could eat then, mate. No weight cutting or nothing.
Oh, no.
It'd be great. So,
I'm just curious. Obviously, it's like my passion is like the gym. My passion's editing and stuff, but my passion for my body is.
This guy's just passionate about everything he does, man.
Everything
he does. Ask him about Pokemon. Ask him about Pokemon.
Why do you like Pokemon?
No, I'm telling him to ask you.
Oh,
yeah, he loves it.
I'm obsessed with Pokemon. But yeah, so like, what's the lowest weight you've ever been after 21 years?
I'm glad you added that on then, because I was going to take the piss and give out his birth weight or something.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like,
what's the lowest weight you've gone to? You've cut to
since you've been 21 and above?
So why you've been?
Well, I think I've been 73 kilos for a while.
73.
And what are you walking around at now?
Like I said, when I got injured, since the day, I've went up to about 93. And like that was crazy. And that's what I think I struggle with. The amount of calories you burn when we're training, when you don't have that.
Oh, yeah.
You just you fly up.
Yeah.
Me especially, and I think probably all the eating disorders I've got from putting weight since I was 5. Like, it doesn't help, but like...
it's not going to help the situation, is it? You know.
But like, so when you stop the training because you burn so many calories, you do fly up. So then I'd cut down. I fought in Australia last year. I think I probably started my cut at about 88 kilos, and then sweating off 6.
God, that's such a lot of liquid to lose in it.
Yeah,
such a lot of water. How do you feel?
Just used to it.
How do you feel at that weight cut? Because obviously you see them, they're being a lot more open with it. With, for example, the UFC, about all the boxers always kept it behind closed doors, but at least now it's getting out in the open. How talk us through how you feel towards the end of that weight cut, like at its peak of shitness.
Oh God! I mean, you don't feel great. I mean, when you've still got stuff to do, and like the last bit's not budging, you just, mate. You just do not want to be there. Yeah. You're so fed up. Yeah. But then when it's weird, the mental switch of when you actually see your weight.
When you've got it,
you're buzzing, and then you weigh in, and then nothing tastes better than that first drink I've had after making weight.
Would it be an electrolyte drink?
Yeah. So I'll just have an electrolyte solution or something like that. Yeah. But it's mad, you miss it. When I've been off for 2 years, I was I lost the appreciation for food and drink because I was just so used to it. But then I made the cut, and then you do miss it.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's that high and low, that roller coaster of being an athlete, and even the lows. I remember with all the sports psych and stuff, I was told by one of them that I'm really good during the bad situations. I'm really good at the highs. I'm terrible in the grey. Right. At that bit in the middle when everything's just, it's cool. Yeah. That's when my head's fucking spanned. Right, yeah. I'm great when I'm on a high and I'm great when I'm on a low. I can focus and get things right, but in that grey area. So I imagine it's that up and down that you miss as an athlete, innit? Yeah.
You're just going through the motions. I've been going through the motions for 2 years, and it's like, I think that's why I wanted to fight so bad, because I was just coming in every day doing the same rehab, fucking losing my mind.
Yeah.
So you just need that stimulation, that switch up of stuff to do, and I think as a high performance sport, you do get that. Yeah. So then when you get injured, you just fall off a cliff. And
massively. I don't think people quite understand that it's not just a job at that point, because it often starts as a hobby, so it's a real passion within you, and then when you I say lucky enough to turn it into a job, but maybe it's not luck, it's talent and hard work. But when you've got that stage when it then becomes a job, the highs are so high and the lows are so low. I don't think people quite understand it. It's not just like losing a job from an office or something, or getting the office job. It's there's so many more emotions attached to it, and there's so much more want and hunger for it, that the rewards are so much higher when you get them, but the downs are fucking awful. They are down. I remember hitting the deck a few times and just knowing that I've broken something and that's it, I'm out for 6-12 months. I know in that moment, I haven't even got off the fucking floor yet. Yeah, you just know. Well, that's my year fucked. I ain't going to the Euros this year or the Worlds, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? It's so I get it.
It's the risk of the game, isn't it, though? And you know it every day, and you still do it.
You still do it. Yeah. But you can't not. Because if you don't train that day, the guy from Georgia is, or whoever, or even the other guy from Britain who's trying to take your spot on the team, they're getting up at that time doing all that shit, and you've got to make them risks to get the reward.
Yeah, sport, isn't it? You know, high performance sport.
Yeah. It really is a lifestyle. It is a fuck. Why does anyone do it, man? Let's just fuck off sport. Let's just fuck off sport. Everyone get an AI and just send them to work for us. Get a bot and we can just sit at home, watch Netflix and play with our dicks.
I can't wait for that.
What?
I actually can't wait until we can send an AI to work for us, because then I get more time in the gym.
Yeah. You should have been an athlete.
Yeah, well, at one point I was.
Well, yeah, what were you doing?
Rugby.
Okay.
Yeah. Union. Cool. Number 8.
Number 8. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know it's a number on the back of your shirt, but is that a position?
End of the line. So you've got line up. It's a position. It's number 8. So you got your front line up, and I'm at the end, and then
so you're a winger.
Yeah, basically, but I'm not, because I'm behind the winger. But then also number 8 is the back man in the scrum. So he's the strongest man in the scrum.
You would be the back man in the scrum, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but yeah, no, he was like, I had the power.
Yeah, I remember going on about rugby. I was an ambassador for the air ambulance. And,
I was going to say he was like number 1 player.
Yeah, I was number 1 for rugby.
He was the ball.
Yeah. That's how I ended up walking on these things. There was one of the other ambassadors was a rugby player. I can't remember his name now, but he was an England rugby player. And he was giving me a load of shit for my sport being gay, because I did dressage. And I accepted it's a feminine sport, and he was giving it loads of shit all day. And then the penny just dropped. I was like, mate, in a scrum, you literally have your head up another man's arse for a living, but I'm the gay one here.
They do have quite a gay rep, don't they, rugby players?
Rugby, oh yeah.
They are a bit all too friendly with each other, aren't they? I'd hate to be in one of them dressing rooms.
It's weird. Mine was at school, so it was really weird.
The teachers were the problem
I missed the bench.
Boxers off, get in the shower, boys.
Mr. Bench was our paedophile teacher.
Everyone's got a pedo teacher out there.
He got caught.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and we found out that he had a fucking camera in the boys' bedroom.
In the boys' bedroom?
In the boys' changing. I'm tired.
Yeah.
In the boys' changing room.
No.
Like, we actually found it. Like, it was insane. Me and Jack Walker, we found it.
Probably bleep out his second name.
No,
Jack, he's not the teacher. Sorry.
No,
okay,
Jack was a
Jack
hero
was your boy,
at school. Yeah. Like, me and him we weren't tight, but we were always beating each other the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
on
found
camera.
it. Yeah, but yeah, we found it.
So you're out there. You're on someone's laptop out there or something.
Probably, yeah.
Jesus, man. Did he get sent down?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Proper, like,
good.
Gone.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do anything to me.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that's good.
He might have jerked off over
We went to France in sixth form, and there was me and this lad called Ashley. We were in one room, and then there was these two girls in sixth form in the other, and then teachers in theirs. And we had this phone call off the girls at like 11:30 or whatever it was, crying her eyes out. And the teacher had gone into their bedroom, taken his top off, sat in between and put the porn on. And was like, "Oh, girls, do you like doing that stuff?"
Oh, you've told this story, haven't you?
Have I told it on here? Have I?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Wild.
But so anyway, they phone up and I walk out and I see him in the corridor with no top on. I've just got out of bed, so I've got no top on either. And he turned to me, he's like, "Why have you got no top? Why are you out of your room and got no top on?" I was like, Why have you? Yeah, well, but I won't go into it again now if I've already spoken about it. How long we got on this section, Michael?
5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes. Well, I'll tell you what then, because I don't want to start your injury story before going, so we'll have an early break and then we'll come back and talk about how you fucked up your whole career.
Life. Yeah,
what do you reckon?
Much, yeah.
So we'll have a quick break and then we'll come back in a few minutes. Here's a word from our sponsor. If you're into Pokemon, Warhammer, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dungeons and Dragons, or anything like that, get yourself down to Triple C in Siston, Leicester, where they can take care of all of your needs. They're also a CGC specialist, so if you find any comics or cards knocking around in your grand's attic, get them over there, get them graded, and you never know, you might be sat on a fortune. If you're listening to this podcast, you get 10% discount on all of the CGC products using code UnstableCGC10, and they'll give you 20% off all of the Warhammer products using discount code Unstable20. Thanks very much. Back to the pod. Welcome back to the Unstable podcast. I hope you visited Lee's shop or bought something during the break. He stayed around. We haven't pissed him off too much. Thanks very much. Yeah, no, so the main reason I got you on is because you've got quite an interesting story. What happened to you? You broke your back.
I did. Yeah.
So everything was going well. You started judo at the age of 4 on the British team. Everything's looking great for Paris, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you fucked it.
Yeah.
What happened, mate?
Well, yeah, so Christmas Eve, 23rd, my sister's birthday on Christmas Eve. Okay. We go out as a family, and on the way home, I fell off a bridge. And I was like hang on. Right. Well, it's what it is.
You can't. I'm just so we've gone from one out with family to you fell off a bridge. How?
Well, like I said before,
were you being a dick? Were you like doing chin-ups or something?
Probably.
Were you doing a weight cut at the time?
No, it's Christmas, isn't it? No,
yeah, I'm taking the piss.
Yeah.
I tried to do a callback and failed.
No, but like I said before, the lead up to it is I'm just like how so many things can happen.
I'll just explain to the people watching. So you said before we started filming that you're not religious or anything like that, but there was a lot of things that led up that were too coincidental for there not to be something. So talk us through the day. Like we'll shut up for a minute. You just go.
I'll try and summarise it because I can just go on for.
No, it doesn't matter. We're under no time restraint. So just give us.
Yeah, we're all out, and I've got quite a big family. There's 2 brothers and a sister, and they're partners and everything. My mum and dad. So we're all out. My mum and dad go home early, so it's just me and my siblings.
Yeah.
So then mum and dad are sound asleep at home when all this is going on. We get an Uber home, and obviously my brothers and sister are older than me, so we all live separate places. So we've got like 4 drop-offs at an Uber. We get to the first one when my sister's at the top of this big hill, and the Uber breaks down at the top of the hill about 2 minutes away from where she lives. Engine sets on fire, smoke coming out.
Oh, so proper.
So he was like,
proper job.
We couldn't get home.
Oh, you got a refund?
They didn't actually. I was fuming. I had more things to sort out that night.
Yeah, but even I was so, like, mate, for your 7 quid Uber,
I know. I thought it was like 40 quid. I was like,
fuck.
They didn't even get me a refund, and it was their fault. I ended up at the bottom of this ditch.
Pricks, mate.
I do blame Uber.
Yeah, have you still got his reg number?
No, I could probably find it.
Yeah, get it, man. Let's fucking do this, guy.
So that breaks down. So we all have to walk home. So then we're top of this hill, just at my sister's house. We drop her off. But then again, going back a bit in the Uber, my sister leaves her phone, and I'm so clumsy with shit. I'm always leaving shit everywhere. So every time I get out of a taxi, I check.
Okay.
So I've picked up my sister's phone. She's none the wiser. She ain't got a phone.
See, I'd have done that to my brother as well. I'd have absolutely just hidden it and waited for the panic to set in.
I mean, yeah, she didn't even know, I think. And then my brother had my phone because he was doing some videos or something, taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't have my phone. He took it,
Right. So we had your phone, you had your sister's.
Yeah. And then, so we dropped my sister off. She goes back to sleep. Apparently, while this is all going on, she's gone back up to the Uber to try and find her phone.
Right, okay.
So we're on a big hill. She's in the middle.
Can I just interject? So you'd been out, had you had a few drinks?
Yeah, it depends who asks. But
yeah, okay.
Yeah, my coach asks. No, of course not.
No, of course not. No. Yeah. No.
Well, yeah. I might have done.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to, get a picture.
He hadn't been drinking, but he had 20 lines of coke.
Yeah. I was pilled off my tits. But I was on a weight cut, so it's fine.
Yeah. Balance, isn't it? Balance. But no, so yeah, we've dropped my sister off, and then everyone else has carried on to walking home. And around this time, I've seen this TikTok where I hate running. I can't stand running.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's overrated, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it. Well, then this guy said he runs home from the club to get his exercise in. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do that. So I run down this bottom of this hill.
Sober, of course.
Yeah, sober, of course. I do this. So I've ran off ahead of my brothers and my brother's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So they think I've ran home. Turns out I got to the bottom of the hill, got quite tired, so I've stopped.
Yeah.
Sat on the bridge and then fell over the back of it.
Just literally lost your balance.
Yeah, so I was sitting here now, I've just gone to sit on it, and I think, obviously because I'm sober, I can't remember it.
Of course, yeah.
I've gone on and then slipped.
Right.
Just gone straight over the top of it. My family thought I've carried on, so they just walked over the bridge.
Fucked straight past.
Yeah, just walked straight. I'm just at the bottom.
Never.
Like, mint.
Were you conscious? Like, did you know they'd gone past?
No. I think I've blacked out because I've had in my head. So I've been unconscious for a bit. But yeah, they've gone. They've walked home. My brother lives just past this bridge, and then my other brother lives a bit further. So we're all like quite close. And yeah, so they've walked on. They think I've gone. And then what was next? So I've been trying to ring my dad. On my sister's phone. Yeah, because I don't have mine.
Yeah.
My brother has my phone.
Did you know a PIN code?
No, thankfully he's an emergency contact.
Right, okay.
So I could just use her phone for this.
I forget about that thing. Yeah. Because you can always
she's on
dial.
that Android or something, so I didn't know how to work it for ages.
Fucking
I was like,
you an iPhone boy, are you?
Yeah.
Mikey.
That'll be done.
Yeah, man. iPhones for the win, mate.
So I'm ringing my dad.
he bollocks me all the time. It's alright. It's a bit of an in joke. That made a lot more sense to me than it did to you.
Yeah. Can't do the switch, me.
I'm with you, mate.
Nah.
Why fix what ain't broken?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You stay in that. That's fine. That ecosystem's all yours. You can have it.
So on your sister's shit Android, you managed to make a phone call.
Yeah, I paid 10p credit. Rang my dad. But then again, there's another thing that led up to it. He's only awake because we got Mackey's on the way home. So
which is a very sober thing to do.
Exactly. And what I did was even more of a sober thing to do. We're in the Mackey's drive-through ordering, but I thought we're ordering. So I've ordered an Uber Eats McDonald's to home whilst in the Mackey's drive-through, which has been delivered.
Hungry, bro. It's fine.
I wanted 2 McDonald's.
It's Christmas.
Sober.
It's Christmas. So then they've been knocking on my mum and dad's house, which is right.
Yeah, of course.
So he was fast asleep. So again, it's just like.
What a great thing to be woken up by though, McDonald's that you haven't ordered.
I did get that refund though.
Did you?
I did because they didn't get the McDonald's,
right?
So I did get that refund.
Okay,
I delivered McDonald's to my neighbours the other day.
Oh,
they were happy.
Yeah, I bet.
So
I bet. I'd have been fuming.
I was fuming. I almost cried. This is a weird question to ask though. And what kind of bridge was it? Because
I honestly thought you were going to say, "What did you order?"
I was trying to.
Was it Big Mac?
I thought that was.
What kind of bridge was it?
Yeah, what kind of bridge was it? Because I'm like in my head, I'm trying to think. And was it a stone bridge or like a?
It's a bridge, a one-way bridge. So it's quite narrow still on the road, and then it's a stone wall with a pedestrian bit behind it. So like a metal cage. Next to it. So then I've sat on the stone and I think I've gone over and whacked my head off the pedestrian bit as I'm going.
Yeah.
So was the water going under it or?
So there's like an embankment, like field.
So you could have landed in the water.
Yeah. And I was here. I was probably about 2-3 meters away from this water.
Wow.
Whoa.
And then that's why I think everything was so marginal that day.
Yeah.
I could have sat on this part of the bridge and landed in the water and never to be found again.
Yeah,
That's mad.
Crazy.
Even if you like landed in the water and you were just in the water but still in the same position.
Yeah.
Hypothermia.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, so you don't know how long you were there because you were a bit unconscious.
But we done like a bit of detective stuff, all the phone records and stuff, because I rang my dad and told him where I was, and he's trying to find. I think it was about 15-20 minutes.
Okay,
so it's not like
not a huge amount of time, but,
but
long enough when you're fucking stuck.
That was till I was found, so I think probably about an hour of rescue stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've rang my dad, tried to explain where I was, and he's bombing it around the village, trying to find me. Like, he's drove past and seen with the rest of my family, and we're like, where is he? But they didn't know I was down there. So he's gone home. He's gone a different way. He's at home, and then he's gone home, and I'm not there. And
fuck,
yeah.
you know, just imagine the panic. Imagine the panic from a parent's point of view. I mean, you've got kids. I haven't, but like even over my cousins or like my niece and nephews and godkids, like I'd be so worried trying to find them.
I wouldn't. I'm like, yes, I got rid of one.
No, you can see the panic.
I'd be devastated.
Yeah, he's changed his name from McCann.
I'd be so stressed.
Yeah.
I could see that, but like, because I was in it, I wasn't. And again, I thank sport for this. That like I was quite calm in it. Like it is what it is. It's happened. But then when my dad finds me and my brother's there, I'm looking up at him at the bridge, and I feel like he's about to just fucking vault it over. To jump to be down there with me, and I was like, "Don't you fucking dare!" Like my dad's a mess anyway. He's had like 2 heart bypasses.
I've already tried it, Dad. It's fucking not as easy as it looks.
I'm in this. You won't survive. Like, don't bother. But I genuinely, he was looking at me. He's like panicking of what to do.
Yeah,
you
would.
Thought he was going to vault it over.
Roughly, how far was the drop down?
It was about 20 feet.
Fucking hell.
20 foot. Yeah. So then my brother's actually come down with me. He's found a way down this embankment side of like bushes and thorn bushes. He's ruined his coat. His trainers are fucked. Just
fuck
like
it, man.
come down.
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So what? So from finding you, like, did they try to get you up?
Yeah, I was just about to ask this.
Like,
Yeah. Well, I think when I was down there on my own, I was like, I'm getting quite cold down here. Let's try and actually do something about it and try and get out. And I literally was like, I moved about an inch. And I was like, I ain't going anywhere. And then from then I was just literally, there was a wall right in front of me, and I was putting my legs on the floor and then on the wall just to make sure I could keep moving.
Give a bit of circulation, that
was my first concern. I was like, I've just lost my legs.
Paralysis.
Like,
Was your neck hurting at this point, or any
No,
part
it
of
was
your
my
back?
lower back, so I've done the lower section.
Was it the L's? That's where I broke mine as well.
It was T11, T12.
So
the very bottom one.
That's like
right bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did say if it was any lower, it probably would have been a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a great position.
No, I mean, no part of your back
could have
is...
easily broken your coccyx.
Yeah. And again, it's like, I think subconsciously of knowing how to fall.
Yeah.
And landing and everything was...
That's the thing with your sport judo. You do a lot of break falling and stuff like that in training, don't you? So even though it might not have been conscious because of how sober you were, you probably will have automatically muscle memory, reduce the impact on individual parts.
Parachute jumpers, don't they? Every time they fall, they just end up curling into it.
Stop, drop and roll, They
don't ever spread out.
No.
But like if a wrestler or somebody, they spread out and
spread the impact. I did a lot of break fall training from the horses and stuff. And
didn't do a lot of help, did it?
No. Well, ironically, it did. But you do, like when you just spread out so that impact is spread across more of your body to reduce it on that one point.
Yeah,
so you're there, you're on the floor, your family are there now. I assume they didn't try to move you.
No, I just had my brother down with me, and he was keeping
older
me
brother,
warm,
younger
basically.
brother, older. Okay.
He was just keeping me warm, basically.
Yeah,
because I was fucking freezing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we were just literally spooning down in the bottom of a ditch, keeping me warm.
Yeah. See, there's so many jokes there, but actually in that situation, like
I was like, they were all coming.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna take the piss then, but actually, I'd spoon the shit out of you, mate. If you know what I mean? You just absolutely would. So he's down there. You keep him warm. I assume your dad went off to phone.
Dad's upstairs. Dad's upstairs, and then crowds gathering. Everyone's like, "What the fuck's all this going on?" Like, and this is when like fires coming, ambulance, mountain rescue came to sort it all out. There was 40, 50 people all working together trying to get me out of this ditch.
It's amazing.
It was like, because it was so complicated. They couldn't get me out one way, so they had to go round, and they had to make a human chain, because it wasn't, you couldn't just pick me up and walk me out,
right?
Because of the terrain it was and where we had to go. So
so they were kind of passing you along the train, like.
So I'm just on the bed, like seeing the world go by and passing one person at a time up this.
Fuck, imagine being on that train and like realising you're only fucking 40 kilos and you ain't going to be able to pick this prick up. What was going through your head at that point?
I don't even know.
Because of how sober you were.
Yeah.
I think the pain would have sobered him up straight away.
Yeah, there was a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
Hi guys, do me a favour and go across to patreon.com/Ricky's Unstable. The first 1,000 members are just £1 a month for the lifetime of your membership. You get bonus content, you get early access and all the fun from Ricky Balshaw's Unstable. See you there.
And I think it didn't take long for me to realise how much everything would have just changed, like in an instant.
Oh yeah.
Like I've had one focus for everything, and I'm 6 months off the games, which I hadn't qualified for, but it was still the goal.
So when you say you hadn't qualified for them, had the qualifications not happened yet? Or
it's a 2-year period, so I'd had 6 more. Like, I wasn't in qualification, but I had 4 or 5 months left.
So you were still up for selection?
Trying
the selection hadn't been made,
like it was a big reach. I'm not saying I was going to go to Paris. I'm not playing that.
No, yeah.
I'd have gone, but I'm injured, so I'm not.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
But it was still obviously the goal.
Yeah.
And I think that's just going through me. Just in one moment,
I think
everything's changed.
So typical of an athlete that at that moment of a potential life-changing event, it's not shit, am I going to walk again? It's shit, I'm not going to make it to the next competition. That's so typical of how disciplined and drilled elite athletes are.
And it was part of that, and part of like, I'd know how much had gone into it, how much my mum and dad have given for the sport, and I did feel like I'd just taken the piss a bit and wasted it all and let them down, and because a lot's gone into it. One mistake on a night out with the family is fucked that all up. People
don't realise, the people who are watching the Olympic, Paralympic Games, whatever, they see that, I don't know whether it's the 9-second sprint or the 2-hour tennis match, and they see that, and that's the pinnacle, that's the peak of the pyramid, let's call it. They haven't seen the massive team that gets you there, and even the support from friends and family that are just like taking you to your training at the age of 4 to 12, and all this effort, this time that other people have put into you. Like, you're the product of their hard work, and the guilt that you feel, or can feel.
So I felt there was a lot of that in there. Like, I had 3 days in hospital where I was just in agony waiting, because obviously no one's operating on Christmas Day, so I had to wait for 3 days for my surgery.
Yeah, if there's a surgeon available on Christmas Day, you don't want him to be slicing you open, really, do you?
Did he soup you up on painkillers and stuff?
Yeah, but they were doing nothing.
Was it that bad? That's what I was going to ask.
Like, the pain I'd been in, it was unbearable. Like, to the point where the doctors and nurses were telling me that, so I had 2 kinks in my spinal cord, so like I had a 90-degree bend.
Shit.
So there was like, I don't know how you're walking in the first place. It was like millimeters off being just completely severed. So then obviously that's never walking again. But there was like, these are so on the edge of still going. If you don't sit still, you could still, in the bed, I could still paralyze myself. Yeah. But I was in that much pain. I'm
fidgeting,
rolling, tossing, turning, putting my legs up, because I was in so much agony, and they were like, stop it, you will never walk again. But I was like,
why? I don't know why they didn't give you like what do they give the pregnant
epidural.
women? Why did they not give you an epidural or something?
Like, I was on morphine.
They wouldn't have been allowed to do an epidural, because epidurals
spinal cord injury,
course. Let's not mess about with that.
Yeah, because they have to bend him forwards, and they have to open up the gaps.
So
that's fucking dangerous.
That answers that question. But that just seems like the obvious thing to me. But obviously there are reasons why.
No matter how much morphine I get, I was like,
how were you
agony,
pissing and shitting?
I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't?
I wasn't. I don't think I ate for 3 days.
Right, okay.
No.
So the whole time I just had no appetite.
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking.
Great time to weigh in for a fight, innit?
I was genuinely underweight.
Yeah.
When I came out, I was like, I fucking love this. I had my surgery. I come out of hospital and I was 72 kilos. I was like,
I'll do that again.
yeah, what a good idea this is.
So you were 3 days in hospital, and then you had an operation on day 4, was it?
I think I got operated on the 27th.
27th. Okay,
So
yeah.
3 days after.
Yeah. And what was the surgery? What did they do?
So they did a short segment fixation. So I've broke one of the vertebrae and they've fused it together with just 4 pins and 2 rods.
So when you say you broke it, there's different. Was it snapped?
Yeah. So like
snapped in half.
the way they explain it, and I'm awful at retaining information, so I probably butchered it. But like they're like hooked on, and it had unhooked and then pushed forward. That's what's pushing on my spinal
Right.
cord.
Okay. So
it's
it dislocated and then
dislocated and broken, and
okay.
like all the nerves and tendons have gone with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've put that back and then
So
fixed
you must have landed slightly on one side then, and it's kind of dislodged.
I think I was banging in the middle.
Or it dislodged that way.
It dislodged forward.
Right.
I think
Okay.
I would assume I've landed on something, maybe like a point of a rock or something, because I would have thought either nothing would happen
How you
or a
land,
lot.
Because if you land on your upper back and your legs came and then flipped
Well, that's how I
backwards.
broke mine.
Yeah.
I think I just landed flat.
Yeah.
Just so
From what
flat.
you've said, I think you
just
landed like that's the rock, and you've landed like that, and it's just arched you.
I'd
and
assume
snapped it.
so. I've not.
Yeah.
That's brutal, though.
I've not analysed
Yeah.
the
So
crime
it's,
scene.
like, it's not even just a fracture; it's also a dislocation.
Yeah, and going back to like what you're saying about like certain things happening in the lead up to it, if that rock could have been, or whatever you landed on, been a centimetre bigger, you know.
Well,
like,
they did say as well, the way they had to get me out and to get the, what did you call it, the spinal board underneath me, they had to move a boulder from here, like next to my head.
Yeah.
They had to get
Really?
that out. So
Right.
there was like, if
So
I was
if you'd have hit
to the right a little bit, I'd have cracked my head open.
Yeah. Never made the call.
Never been here.
Yeah.
That's mad.
We'd have had to have a different guest on today.
So what's been like? What's been the recovery? So like, when did
Well,
they discharge you?
I was going to
and,
get
like-
to this because before I get to discharge, sorry, you're in hospital. You've had the operation. What happens then for the next few days before you're discharged? And how long are you in hospital for?
Man, I walked out the next day.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
So they'd put these
crazy.
pins in.
And I think the biggest relief of pain, it was so weird. Like,
Oh, I know exactly how you feel.
yeah.
Because when any kind of break, it's just constant aching, throbbing. Just I can't imagine what it's like on your spine.
they must have,
But as soon
the
as you
job
put
they
it
did.
back, it's just weird, isn't it?
I had some cement stuff put in my spine because I had operated on and then I broke it. And they put some cement stuff in, and I was in agony walking in, and I was awake through the procedure, let's call it. It was an operation. They put this cement in. The pain relief was instant. As soon as it set and I stood up, instant relief because it's back in the position it was supposed to be. Unbelievable.
What kind of support did they give you? Like, was there any kind of cast or any
No,
kind of,
nothing.
I imagine the titanium's strong enough
Yeah, so they
to
said,
hold
so like,
the...
they would ideally want to do long segments, so they'd want to put like 4 or 5 rods in and screws and go higher because then it'll keep me more rigid and then there's less chance of moving.
Yeah.
But
then you're going to lose a lot of
if
movement.
I did that, I would never do judo again.
Yeah.
So instantly I was like, they was giving me the option, or we could do it shorter, but it's a higher risk of failing short term because it's weaker and obviously my spine's not strong.
Yeah.
The chances of it not fusing together and like snapping again early days was so high.
But the advantage you've got there is because you're so strong in your core that I'm sure that and all, the muscles in your core and your back are so much more, were so much stronger to be able to support your spine than a regular person.
I'd hope so, yeah.
Well, no,
After
it would
years,
be, wouldn't it? You know,
but then
it
without
can't not.
that, it's just purely so I can try and do my sport again.
Yeah.
Like even just in hospital, they was giving me the options, and I was like, "There's only one clear answer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just sit in a bed and not do sport again."
No, I get it. Yeah.
So it's
And I think people who haven't done sport, haven't done anything like that, they think that train of thought is stupid. Like you think, of course I'm going to go for the safest option. Of course I'll have the long thing put in because it's safe. I won't be able to compete again. But if that's all you've known, I mean, you were doing judo since you were 4. It's been your lifelong ambition to be lying there, given the options of, well, okay, this is safer, but doing this, you might be able to do the sport again. It makes perfect sense to me because I've been in those positions, but it perhaps wouldn't to someone who hasn't done a sport. They'd go for athletes are fucking nuts.
Yeah,
they are. They're nuts. They're a different breed.
Like the whole time, ever since, like surgeons, doctors, everyone was all like, are you actually going to try and compete again? And I was like, yeah, of course I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no brainer. If I can't, I'm going to try. If I can't,
mate, there's metal in it now. I'm fucking stronger.
It's better now.
Have you not watched Wolverine?
Yeah, like Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. So you were sent home. What was the recovery like then? I know, Mikey, that I just wanted to get that little bit in between. So you're home. You're here today, able to train. I mean, what's that journey been like, especially in the first, let's say, month?
It's been very frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, I've had loads of injuries. I've had numerous surgeries in the past. I've had elbow, hips, knees, and it's like a typical rehab plan. You know what the crack is.
Oh yeah.
You've got your plan. You're back for a timeline.
And were UK Sport quite good with this? Were they very involved? Did it go through the UK Sport doctors and medical support?
Yeah, the doctors and the physios that have been supporting me since it have been very helpful.
Great.
But it's just like there were so many ups and downs. We're waiting for my spine to basically fuse together, and there's no timeline for that. But if I train a little bit too hard, it's not good for the spine fusion. If I train too little, it's not good for the spine. So I'm coming in daily doing the same shit for months on end.
Minimal.
And then having scans every 3 months just for them to tell me it's not fused together yet. And I think it didn't fuse till about 11 months in.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Like, and it's still, I don't think it's fused now.
Do you know why? Why was it not? Or
sometimes it just doesn't take.
Right.
You're saying it might be a bit too much movement going on, so it can't actually fuse together. But I was month 9 of my scan. At month 9, it said, like, it's not fusing together. We're going to have to reoperate. So I was ready for reoperating, where they go in and they put more artificial graft in it and everything like that.
Yeah. What they've done, taking it from like a bit of your hip or something.
They could do. They said they don't do that anymore because it's too
intrusive,
dangerous. But there's better ways now, I think, to use artificial stuff.
Right.
So the plan was to do that, and then I was like, right, fuck it. I'm not going to get operated on because we was going to Malta in October for my dad's 60th.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not being even more of a cripple here. Like,
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey, less of that shit. I'm taking the piss, mate. No, I get it.
I didn't want to be sat in the sun.
I don't want to look like I've got cerebral palsy.
Why the fuck would everybody want to look like you?
No, I get it. Yeah. I wouldn't want to either if I had the choice, mate.
You got too bad.
I'm fucking getting you cancelled, you cunt.
But no, I was like,
if he tries for the Paralympics, Team GB, fuck him off. Fuck him off.
I'd never. But no, I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to have the operation when I get home.
Yeah.
And then we went on the holiday. I was doing jet skiing, quad biking, everything.
Of course you were.
I was like,
everything they advised you not to.
I'm going to fix it anyway, so why not?
Yeah.
And then I come home, I had another scan as a pre-op, and they were like, oh, actually, it started to fuse together now.
Amazing.
So then it is, and then I'm just like, well, I just want a definitive answer.
Yeah.
Either fix me and then we can try again or not. So then they just said, I'll just wait some more.
Yeah. It's the not knowing that's worse, innit?
For 18 months, I've just been waiting, and it is so frustrating. To try and bring yourself to come in every day and do your rehab and do your training, not knowing where the time,
when there's no end goal,
just keeps moving further.
I get
back.
it. As an athlete, you're living in 4-year cycles. So whatever you're doing it for a purpose. Whether it's the Europeans that year, the World Championships, the Olympics, there's always a goal. So to go in and do something and train without a clear thing to aim for is really difficult. I get that completely.
I'm trying not to put them goals in my head, but then I'm seeing the Olympics and the Commonwealths coming closer and closer, and I'm like, I'm losing time here. Like now I'm in this position where I'm not fully recovered, but I'm losing the privilege of time to recover properly because there's the Commonwealths coming up in August and qualification starts next year. So like ideally I'd want longer, but I'm losing
But
privilege
I
of
enjoyed
time.
it, yeah. I had exactly the same thing with London 2012. I broke my back in 2011. The trials started, I think, 9-10 months after I broke my back. So I was back on board in 3-4 months just because I'm never going to get the chance of a home games again. And I was shit. Like it was far too early, but those are the decisions you make as an athlete, because I'd rather regret something I'd tried to do than regret something that had passed me by. And I imagine you're the same there. You'd have put in the work just on the off chance it could, rather than not doing it and missing it completely.
Yeah, I think you said it before, that if I'd have just called it a day even before now and gone, like, it's not the right thing to do, let's listen to the doctor's advice and not try to fight again, I'd just be sat at home going, oh, I could have been there, I might have been there, like, and I'm gonna try.
You'd be that granddad, wouldn't you? Oh well, I was this.
Made it in professional, but I rolled my ankle.
I was going to be a professional footballer, but I hurt my knee. Fuck up,
literally.
But yeah, you were genuinely in line to do it.
Even if I don't get there, which, like I said before, I'm not deluded. Like, the realistic side of it is like, chances are this is not going to pan out to the where I want it to be, but at least I'll be able to finish and go, look, this is where I made it. Yeah. I tried this, and this is how far I got.
Yeah. I
rather than
respect
just
that.
sitting at home and going. Because I think some people do that. They take the easy way of, like you say, you could sit at home and go, I could have been there, but I didn't try.
I mean, I'm not going to get into it because I'd rant for an hour, but there's such a mentality of people just expecting things to be gifted to them now. Yeah. Like, they've got because you see a few people at influencers make it and become millionaires because they post a few videos. Route, There's an easy route, and people are just sat there expecting it without the work. And it's frustrating for someone who has tried.
It's why I don't think I resent what happened so much of it was maybe what it was supposed to happen, because I think I had a bit of that when I was younger, when I went full time. Yeah. Like, I've just been talented throughout my whole career. Yeah. And it's that age-old saying of hard work beats talent. Yeah. And I know I lacked a lot of that, because I relied on talent so much, I could get by with it. Yeah. And I'd hold my hands up, and I know before this, and even still now, there's elements of it where I know I could have given more. Okay. And it's a shit.
I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty, yeah.
And I think 3, 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be like, oh, no, of course not. Like, I'm defo doing everything. But your coach would say to you, don't finish with the regret knowing you could have done more. Yeah. And I think I've lived that for quite a while, and it is a freshener, like a restart point. Yeah, where,
it's sobering, isn't it?
Yeah, you need to. Whether it might be too late for me in terms of I've wasted too much, I've wasted the talent I had or what, but to then maybe give it back to the people coming through, or to make sure that the same mistakes aren't made. Yeah, and even in my own career, I know I'm not finished yet, so just to give more to see where I can get to. It might be too late, it might not be, we'll see. But then to take the lessons I've learned and give it back to the people in the sport, because it's definitely what's needed. Yeah,
that's great. The reason I asked if the team doctors and stuff had been good in your rehab is because I'm personally very critical of UK sport and some of the governing bodies of how they treat athletes after sport. I don't think there's anything, to my knowledge, or there wasn't when I retired, to set you up for life after sport. They're all very focused on the medals, the here, the now. Exactly, and there's nothing to set people up for afterwards. And after sport is a very hard time for a lot of people. I personally really struggled mentally. So it's good to hear that even though you were sort of off the cards in terms of competing, it's refreshing to know that they were with you and helping with the rehab and stuff. They did through all of my injuries as well. So it's nice to know that that's cross sport. So moving forward now, obviously you are still trying, you're getting back into competing and stuff. You had your first competition recently, is that right?
Yeah, I did it in October last year.
How did it go?
Won 1, lost 2. Okay. And like I said, I was so not ready for it. I was not in the position to be fighting in a competition on the international stage.
And you still beat one of them.
And I still did it, but it's like I said, the repetitiveness and I just started getting lethargic with it, and I needed this to reset. And I wasn't doing anyone any favours. I was coming in not doing my rehab because I was just fed up, and I was like,
I get it.
Trying to do judo again, getting re-injured doing the nerves in my back since coming back, and now it's just, like I say, running out of time, so I've got to try and get back on the mat at some point and
so
stay injury free.
You're how old now?
28.
Realistic. So what's the sort of peak age, you know, if you could pick the age that your Olympic Games would be, what sort of age would that
Probably
be?
would have been about 26.
26. Yeah, okay. So when is the next
ideal.
Games? I'm out of the loop now. Is it next year?
No, it's 2028.
2028. So 2 years away.
Yeah.
So you'd be 30.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unrealistic. I think back in the day, there wasn't that many around at this age, but people just don't seem to be retiring these days. I
think training methods have changed, and I think there's a lot more longevity.
Yeah, there definitely
because
is.
people aren't hammering the bodies. There's a lot more understanding now, and I think people are peaking later. In a lot of sports, not all, granted, but in a lot of sports. So, do you think that you have benefited from that, in that you haven't, except for your injury that we just spoke about, you haven't really hammered your body, and you could? Because I think men peak probably 28 to 31, or 25 to 31, depending on the person. So is it still possible for you?
I mean, I'm going to have to say but it's realistically with what I've gone through, to stay on the mat, I think is going to be a big challenge. I'm aware of that. Like, I was very injury prone anyway, because of like the nature of the sport, my style, and how I fight. It's not exactly
pussy.
It's not. It's like
I couldn't resist it. I've got a British Judo guy in. I had to call him a pussy at some point, did I?
I mean, probably. For the amount of times I spent off the mat carrying injuries, it's taken so much of my
I am
time
joking,
off
by the way. I
training.
really respect Judo as a sport. I genuinely do. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's right. But so like, trying to stay on the mat injury free is a very big ask. In the sport, and the way I fight it.
I think that's true of all combat sports, though. I think because what people underestimate, and obviously I'm not talking from first-hand experience here, but I'm relatively educated over the next man in sport. It's like the training that you do is so physical. It's not just the fights on the mat where you get your injuries. You know, you're training with your training partners in the gym, and it's slightly lighter work, but you're still getting the locks, you're taking the hits, you're doing the throws. It's like with the boxing, for example, they're getting jabbed in training camp all the fucking time. These head injuries that they get are not just from the fights. The main lot of your injuries come from training. So your body gets battered.
But like you say, I think it's getting a lot more. It's getting better with like longevity of athletes because of the support you get, the science behind it, and understanding how training loads, training management, and individual management is. So hopefully, like I say, I'm 28 on paper, but I don't feel. It's weird. I don't feel till like 28 because I've not been on the mat for a year at a time. Like But then because of the injuries I've had, it doesn't help.
No, I see what you're saying. It's like 6-1 and off, doesn't it? They're in it. Yeah, okay. Yes.
So that's again, it's another reason why I've just got to try, because I don't know how my body's going to react. I might get back on the mat and try and fight, do a competition, and get injured every other week. And then that's not.
But you might not.
And
it's from an athlete's point of view, it's worth that risk, innit? Do you know what I mean? We've said it already in this podcast. You'd rather regret something for trying than do it. So I think fair play to you. When you do come to retire, what's the plan for you then? Let's say it all goes well. For argument's sake, you go to the Olympics, medal, retire, whatever. Take out whatever happens in the next few years. Take out. You retire. What's your plan then? Do you want to go in to say the S&C side of things or sports science? Do you want to help the young judo athletes coming up, or do you want to step away from sport completely and, I don't know, get a office job or start a podcast?
I'd definitely be useless at running a podcast.
Don't start a podcast, mate. There's no money in it.
Useless. No chance.
I can help.
Unless you want to pay Mikey to do that, then there's loads of money in it, honest.
No, I definitely think I need to stay in the sport. It's just got a place in my heart that you can't really walk away from. And I think regardless of the results, I know I've not achieved anywhere near what I wanted to. Like, I had aspirations of European, world, Olympic medals, and
of course
I'm nowhere near that.
Any athlete that goes into it without those aims is never going to make it. You know.
But like, you certainly underestimate how hard the sport is. Like, as a junior, I was up there with one of the best. and then the transition to senior, it's just like it's a whole
Next
new
level.
world, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
the physicality, like it's just something I probably couldn't match. But regardless of results, I think there's a lot of experience I've gained that I'd like to pass on and help the people coming up, because in all honesty, British Judo is a bit of a mess right now. Like,
Okay.
we used to be one of the best nations. Like, we've had Olympic world medals, and it's just not something we're achieving these days.
Right.
And it's sad to see, and it's sad to be a part of. Like, obviously, you had those goals, and to be a part of a generation where you're getting slated online for everything you're doing because you're not achieving anything.
Yeah, I
like,
get that.
At Paris, we didn't qualify any men. It's the first time that happened. But the sport's so hard, but everyone's giving you shit for not qualifying. But
a similar thing happened in my sport.
Yeah.
So while I was on the team, we were unbeaten at World, Paralympic and European level, never not won the team gold. The year I retired in 2016, they lost the gold medal and they haven't had it back since. Now, I'm not saying anything,
Your
but
fault.
when I retired, they fucking lost, you know. It was nothing to do with me. They were very talented. But I know what you mean in terms of the downfall of the sport, because we've seen a massive decline in the, not necessarily the talent or the ability, but the rest of the world just caught up and overtook. And is that a similar thing that what happened with the judo then? Just basically everyone else caught up?
Yeah, I think there's just there's loads of different factors to it. Whether it's like, I think we've all gone a bit soft. Like back in the day,
it's one
when you
thing
just,
getting to the top; it's another thing staying there.
Like the way they would train and how physical they were back in the day. You just can't hold that these days. Whether society's a bit soft, you do something and you get shit for it because you're giving someone a bollocking or It's frustrating to be a part of. And then like you say, back in the day, there'd be the good nations and then there'd be everyone else. But now, even like all the African nations, Americans, they're all a tough fight.
Yeah,
it's everything's a war, no matter who you're with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, again, we had a similar thing. There was the British, the Germans, the Dutch that were always fighting for it. The but even then the Brits were way ahead. And then it was the rest.
Yeah,
everyone's caught up now.
It's not that
the riders are so talented. It could the gold medal could go one of 7 ways. You know what I mean? So
it is like that with us. But like I say, I might not have been good enough to fight internationally, but I know I've got the skills and the experience to hopefully.
That's cool.
Hopefully sort something out with
British
Judo.
I think you will. I think you've got the determination to come back, and it's such a good story as well. That I think like you will be able to get there. I think accomplish it.
Whatever your ending is, it's a good story. If you get there and do well, it's a great story. If you don't and go on to do other things, it's still a great story.
Because hopefully somebody can benefit from it, whether it's me or somebody else that I'm like kicking into shape.
No,
anyone you train, tell them not to fall off bridges.
It's a good starting point.
There's a good starting point.
Don't waste 3 years.
I can see it now, though. I can see it. It's going to be like you're going to go to the Olympics in 2028. You're going to win a gold medal, and then you're going to get a movie deal.
Yeah, and then come back on here
and then
give us the exclusive. We're going to start wrapping it up, but I just want to quickly ask you one more thing. Let's say you come out of sport and go into coaching or whatever you want to do with that next step. Do you think as a former athlete you'd get the same buzz and excitement from watching your protege getting the medal, or do you think it'd feel a bit empty, or is that absolutely what you want to do?
It's a tough one.
Or won't you know till you get there?
Yeah, I think I've done a bit of coaching whilst I've been injured. I've been trying to get experience on that side of it whilst I've been off, and they've been quite supportive with that, giving me the opportunities, and it has been quite enjoyable. Like even being in the chair with people I've never coached before, just that feeling of like winning. It does, obviously it's not mine, but you're part of it. I just think it would be a wicked feeling coaching people through and then feeling their success, like you are part of it.
I understand how people feel like that. The reason I asked it is because I went into coaching stuff and I fucking hated it.
Really?
It just wasn't for me at all. And that's not knocking anybody who it is for. It just wasn't for me. For me, I was best to just step away from it completely. We're going to have to wrap it up there, mate, because we're running out of time. But we're going to, if you're happy to stay around, we'll go onto Patreon. We'll do another little bit more because there's loads more I want to ask you. It's behind a paywall, so we can go into the nitty gritty of things and talk about what actually goes on at a competition and stuff. So if you got the time, we stick around.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic. We're going to have to wrap it up there, guys. Mate, if I can get you to look in that camera and tell them where they can get you on the socials and stuff.
I got Instagram at EricHam73, I think. And then TikTok is, I think, EricHam1997. I think.
You think, right?
Just Eric Ham, there's not many of me out there.
We'll put it all in the descriptions. We'll put it all in the descriptions for you. Guys, thanks very much. We're going to go across to Patreon now. It's patreon.com/Ricky's Unstable. The first 1,000 patrons is still just £1 a month, so get over there and it really does help us grow, and the money that you pay in goes towards future episodes and things like that. Understand times are hard, so if you can't afford that, which is absolutely fine, do us a favour and just subscribe to the YouTube channel because that'll massively help us grow as well. We're going to go now. Thanks very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.